Guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. We're going to talk about a new indie palette that is releasing from Ladybug Glow, and this is the Floresta palette. I am so excited for this baby. Look at the art cover, how excited I am. I also have a few more goodies from Ladybug Glow. I have their new lip gloss. I have their new mascara that is launching along with that Floresta palette. And I also have like a, what is this? Lip balmy, glowy kind of a situation. You know how much I love Ladybug Glow. And I do have a code with them, which is Smithy Sony, that can save you 10% off too. By the way, the shirt I'm wearing is also from Ladybug Glow. Can you see that? So, head to toe, Ladybug Glow today. So if you guys are interested to see this baby in action, then please keep on watching. Okay, so before we begin with the eyeshadow palette, let's actually apply this because this seems like a new launch too. And this is, what are they calling it? It's a lip oil. So I think perfect right now. I do have a lipstick going on, but this is the clear version. Love the packaging. They have like two kind of lip oils. One is more of a clear side and the other one is more of a pH formula. I opted more for the clear version, and this does smell like mint. So let's apply this. Very nice, because I did have lipstick on. I'm just going to wipe it on the towel so that I don't contaminate the lip oil back when I'm putting this inside, because I love for it to be clean and crystal clean, you know. But look at the shine. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, now let's move on to the palette. This palette, oh my god, I was so excited when I saw the art cover. This is the sleeve. The palette exactly has the same artwork as the slip, and this is called the Floresta palette. This is the color story. Look how beautiful it is. It also has a mirror, as you can see. Look at the color story. It's so beautiful, so apt for spring, summer, fall, I would say. Really, really beautiful. This palette retails at 38 USD, but if you use my code SMITHYSONY, you can get it for $34. And this will launch on August the 12th. So the day that you're seeing this palette revealed, this is the day when it launches too, and it launches at 2 p.m. PST. So mark your calendars. I would be using that mascara too. We'll come to the mascara at a later stage when we finish with our eye makeup. So today I will be creating two looks using this palette, but you will see this baby in action all throughout these like few weeks for sure, I would say. It has 6 mattes and 6 shimmers, out of which there are a few multichromes, there are duochromes, there are some sparkly shimmery shades. For sure, when I swatch this, because I'll pop up the swatches on the screen for you guys, and I'll do live swatches too. Let's actually begin with that. So let's first swatch all the mattes together. It's so pigmented and so beautiful. I'm just swatching all the mattes because, you know, shimmers have my heart. And you can see, like, when I swatch all of it together, like in pattern, you'll be able to see like how you can create some color stories. But this is how the mattes look. Look how vibrant it is. And I love the addition of this deep charcoaly brown shade, which can go actually with any of these mattes, which is beautiful. Let me take this hair tie off, and then I'll show you all the action of the swatches, how it shifts, so that, you know, you can see all the shifts in the dimension. Okay, so let's start off with this shade, which is Moonlight. Looks like a white shimmer, but it is like a iridescent multichrome situation going on here. So that is Moonlight. Can you see that? It has like a bluey purple to a pink shift with a translucent transparent base. Really, really pretty. Okay, now let's move on to the Floresta shade, which is actually the name of the palette, this green shade. Such a unique shade, even though it's like green, but definitely has like a yellow base to it. Definitely like a duochrome, I would say. Very pretty. And then we have this yellow shade, which is Race. When you see this in person, you will exactly know like how much it shifts to a pink too. It's so stunning. This is like the shade. I have a lot of like yellow to a pink shifting shade, but this definitely shifts the most in my collection, I would say. Look at that. You can see that. Like a yellow to a pink flip happening. Beautiful duochrome. Then Let's swatch this shade, which is called Borboleta, which is more like a teal to a blue shifting shade. It also has a purple to it. I see a purple to a blue flip clearly, but you see a lot of teal. Can you see that? Really, really pretty. Now the next two shades that I'm going to swatch is definitely by far my favorite shades in this palette. The next shade is called Dawn. This can be like the most beautiful neutral shimmer that you've ever experienced in your life because it's so pretty. It has that grungy green gold shift, but it has such a beautiful pink running through. You can see the pink. I see like a grungy green gold. It's such a beautiful shimmer. Such beautiful shimmer. Look at the shine. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let me just wipe this shade. The matte that I had going on. And the last shimmer shade that we have is called Venomous. When I saw the shade, I was like, oh, okay. It's going to be like that green-brown pigment that we always see. You should see this. It's such a pretty shade. You know what does this remind me of? The Unearthly Heather palette that had that, you know, the pink shifting shade to a blue, which just took my breath away. It just reminds me of that. Look at that. Look at the shift. So pretty. It has a bunch of beautiful shimmers to complement with those matte shades. I cannot wait to dye this baby, put this baby into my eyes, on my eyes, not into my eyes. So let's begin. Let me give you a full close-up of all the swatches too, so that you can see it all in action, because it's that pretty and dimensional. But yes, now let's move on to applying this baby on our eyes. Again, we're going to do two eye looks. I'm going to first start off with this shade, which is Flora. It might look a lot more brighter. It is definitely more of like a muted pink in person. Tapping off the excess, then applying this baby into the crease. Look how pigmented that shade is. Slowly building it out. I definitely want this in my crease. This, I want it to be like my background shade of this eye look. How beautiful that is. Very, very pigmented. Ignore this pimple that I actually popped. Do not do that, okay? I'm going to apply the same shade on my lower lash line too. Okay, now I'm going to take this shade, which is Bare, the darker shade of the palette. Right there. See how dark it is? But it blends really, really nicely too. It's blending so well. I'm going to take the same shade on my inner corners too and blending it with that pink. I'm just going to focus this on the outer and the inner corner the most, and also on my lower lash line. I'm going to keep it pretty subtle. Now I'm going to take this shade, which is Moss. This is like a dirty, grungy, mossy green. I'm going to mix it with that deeper brown shade. And I'm going to take that more in the crease. You'll see why. I want to play with like the grungy greens with the pinks. I want to give that effect of, I don't know, like a murkiness but with a freshness. And I love the, you know, the combination of pink and green together. So let's do that. And plus, I do need to use a lot of shades just to test it out for you guys. See how beautifully that melted. I'm going to take the same Moss shade on the lower lash line too. Going back, intensifying. Taking that pink shade brush that we use with no additional product, just melting it out. Just like that. Definitely need to do more looks. I'm going to take the shade Dawn, the pink shade that I was talking about. I'm going to focus that on the outer corner. Actually, I'm going to use my fingers, okay? Because I definitely wanted to show you guys the effect. I'm sure it can happen with the brush. I don't have time right now. I'm rushing. My kids' friends are coming home, and I will be that mom with two different eye looks, but I'm okay with that. I want this cranked up today as quickly as possible so that you can get your video before it launches. Just like that. Can you see that? So pretty. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush with no additional product and just blending the edges. Okay, I'm going to take that yellow shade. Let's take that. I'm so intrigued by that shade. I'm going to take that yellow on my Refa brush number 28, and I'm going to just press that right there in the center of the eyelid. Oh, that gives so much more dimension to the eyes. So pretty, so pretty. I'm going to take that same yellow shade also in my inner corner. Look at that. So pretty, so pretty. I'm going to finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. So now we have all like liner and mascara also going on. I'm going to take a small stubby brush and I'm going to dip into this shade, which is Sunny, the bright yellow matte shade. And I'm going to apply that. Let's tap off the excess. I'm going to apply that right there in the lower lash line, mainly in the inner portion of the eye, just to give that interest to the eye. Just like that. I wanted to see how that yellow performs, and it performs really, really nicely. I don't know if you can see it or not. It pops really nicely. I like that. Okay. So this is my first eye look. Now let's move on to the second eye look. Okay, I'm going to start off with this shade, which is Wine, and then dip into this blue shade, which is Stream. So let's do that. I'm going to start with that Wine shade and apply that to the inner third of the eyelid. So pretty, so vibrant. Look at that. So nice. I'm going to now take the Stream shade, the blue shade, tapping off the excess. Tapping it on the outer corners. Actually, I didn't even go with an eye primer here. And it's so vibrant. Just imagine this on like a white or a cream base. It'll be so pretty. So pretty. Tapping it on, melting it with that green shade. And now I'm going to take a small stubby brush, go into this Wine shade again, apply that in the inner corner of the lower lash line, and taking the Stream shade on the outer corner of the lower lash line, just mimicking what we did on the upper on the eyelid, just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna take this shade Moonlight, which is that white shimmer shade that we have, and I'm gonna take that in the inner corner. Oh, that's such a pretty shade, iridescent shade. I hope you can see that. That's stunning. Oh, love it. Oh, that's so pretty, so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take my NYX glitter glue on the lid. I'm rushing at this point. And then I'm gonna take this shade, the blue shade, Borboleta. I don't know, Borboleta? I don't know what that means actually. I'm gonna start off in the outer corner. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. Oh my god. Yeah. I just don't want to mess it up. Like, let's apply that. Oh, so pretty. Oh, I love that. Okay, now, should we take Venomous, which will be pretty? Or should we take Floresta, which also would be stunning? Okay, let's take both, okay? I'm taking Floresta and applying that in the inner third. Also, imagine Floresta here in this center. That'll be stunning too. And I'm going to take this shade Venomous on my lower lash line. Oh, that's so stunning. That is so stunning. Just tapping it right in the center too. Oh my god, that was so stunning. I have to do a shade, like a look with Flora, Venomous, and this darker shade. That'll be stunning. Okay, I'm going to finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and we'll get right back. Since this eye is over, let's test out their mascara too, which is new in their line. And I definitely wanted to do that. I actually selected a green mascara and this is how their packaging looks. So stunning, right? So good. And I can see this green. This is not the green. I opted for like a deep dark green. So let's see. And this is how the bristle is. Let's apply this. Obviously, this is fresh out of the tube. Never worn it before, so it's going to be a little wet. But every mascara like wears best with time, I would think. I definitely can see separation. And this green is very close to black, I would say. Like a forest green. I hope you can see that. So pretty. Really, really pretty. I love it. So that is my second eye look. This mascara would retail for $9 after using my code, and I feel like that's such a nice price. Such a nice price. Okay, I also wanted to test out their lip gloss, which is a multi-chrome lip gloss, and I have the shade number 2. I don't know if it will match with it or not, but I definitely wanted to try it. So let's do that. So stunning. Very unlike me, okay? I'm going to come back to normal, especially for these looks. But imagine this without anything. Really, really pretty, but you have to be in that mood for it, okay? I'm going to go back into my brown lip. Came back into my Makeup by Mario lipstick, which was in the shade Fanda. That's all for today, guys. I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed both the looks that I created using this Floresta palette. I actually used all the shades in this palette and none of the shades like caused any kind of a trouble for me, and I love using this palette. Obviously you can go right and like stick into these columns and you can create a beautiful look, or just pop like one matte in the crease and apply any shimmers in the eyelid and it'll be stunning. I cannot wait to create more looks using this palette. I'm so excited for Ladybug Glow for this palette. I feel like this is such a stunner palette. Like, I love both the eye looks. This is definitely out there for me and this is like my comfort zone. But I really love both the eye looks. Don't forget to use the code SMITHYSONY to save 10% more on this beautiful palette. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed both the eye looks that I created for you guys. If you did like it, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.